Hello, everyone. Welcome to our message today. We are using the Alice Wonderland Oracle cards. And I just want to say thank you so much for your comments and for sharing and for being here and just taking part in the messages. I hope these messages find you well. In case you haven't seen this deck before, this is the guidebook. I just do a quick flip through. This is an older deck. I bought this from uh, the thrift store, thrift bookstore online. Yeah, I almost said thrift drugstore. The thrift. There used to be a drugstore named the thrift drugstore whenever I was younger, but I bought it from the thrift store, the thrift bookstore online. So it was a nice, affordable deck, very nice, affordable deck. The cards are huge. I just love this deck. So let's take a look. Because the cards are so big, I have a really hard time shuffling them this way because my hands are so small. So I turn them long ways. I don't think there's a wrong way to shuffle your cards. I think it whatever works for you. I don't do the whole like flipping on two hands kind of thing because my cards would probably go flying all over the place. Never been really good at doing the poker shuffle or whatever they call that. But I like this way because it's easy on the cards. It doesn't bend them or anything, and it mixes them up and it just feels right for me. So you do you, whatever works for you, um, is the right way to be. So we're just gonna pull some cards and see what your message is for today. So let's take a look. We're going to. Ooh, those ones went flying. Okay, so there's our two cards, and let's see what the other one is. I feel like three cards today. Well, maybe a closing card. All right, let's take a look. So your first card is painting the roses red, covering up errors. Oh, I've had this card before in a reading. So you are being guided to basically step out of the energy of falseness. Okay. Notice her face. She is not happy at all. She knows what's being done. She's participating, right? And she's not liking it. So this this message that I feel coming in for whoever this is for is basically stating that if you don't like it, don't take part in it. Speak up. All right, be willing to walk away, right? There's some evil um, energies that are, uh, how would you say that? That are like, and I'm just going based off like the the message I get from the cat is that I'm not saying the cat is evil. I'm just saying like the energy coming in when I look at the card. It's saying that um, if you don't speak up and talk about the truth of what you know, then you're participating in what you know is wrong. So it's like being the less of the evil kind of thing. So um, this card is reminding you that it is important to just be truthful. You don't need to cover up errors. If this is about you and you trying to cover up your own errors, don't 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 worry about that either. Own your energy, okay? Everybody makes mistakes. Own your mistakes because if you own your mistakes, then you don't have to worry about covering them up and you don't have to worry about somebody coming back and finding out later and using them against you, right? Anytime you try to cover something up, 9 times out of 10, down the road, it's gonna come up. It's gonna be seen. It's gonna be known, right? And then you gotta make an excuse for why that happened, right? If somebody else is asking you to cover up their errors and you know it's wrong, just speak up and be like, I'm sorry, but I can't do this. Like this energy is not aligned with me. It doesn't feel right. I don't feel comfortable doing this. I'm sorry. You'll have to find someone else, right? Don't be afraid to step into your power and choose the right path. Choose what's right. Okay. She knows that what she is doing isn't right. So, um, and if you're doing something that isn't right to please somebody else, then you need to ask yourself, um, is this situation that you're in the right situation for you? Is there a way that you can move out of this situation? Right? It's not about doing things that's right for somebody else if it's not right, period. Right? So you shouldn't have to feel this way if you're doing something for somebody else, right? They need to be truthful. They need to speak up with the truth. They need to make the changes that they need to make. If they want the roses red, then they need to go get red roses, right? That's the thing. So like there's no masking. This mask energy is not productive. It's not healthy. It's not healing. It's getting the best of you. I mean, you can tell by her face like it is getting the best of her. Like she eventually is just going to have enough, okay? And that's where you're at. You're at this point where it's enough is enough, okay? So think about what you need to do next. Think about the right action that needs to be taken. Think about the way you can progress in this situation. Okay. If it's a situation that you can clearly, easily cut your hands, not cut your hands, but you know what I mean, cut the cords from, right? If you can easily, clearly walk away from this situation, cut your connections with this situation, then do so. Like they say, cut the cords. If you can do that because it's safer for you. If it's a situation where it's you and you're the one that needs to be honest and truthful with yourself, then take some time to set with your energy. Take some time to ask yourself, why are you wearing this mask? Why are you trying to make something out that it's not? I almost get like that fantasy energy. Like in your mind you might be thinking that it's this, but truly it's this. Okay. So come to terms with the truth is what I'm getting for you in this one. So again, this message can be read in many different ways because this is for a collective. Okay. So I'm just trying to do different sides that's coming in that I'm getting. Okay. So, if you are trying to make something work that is not meant to work and you can see that you're putting a lot of effort into something that truly isn't, be honest with yourself. Okay, it's time to be honest with yourself so that you can pull back your energy, so that you can regain your energy, so that you can reclaim what's truthfully rightfully yours. Okay, you don't want to keep giving your energy away, because if you do, then you're the one that's going to have a lot of complications in the end as well. So you got to pull back your energy and speak the truth and stand in your truth on this situation. Choices. Okay, feeling blocked, restrained. Okay, so in this situation, you might be feeling blocked. You might realize that it's not okay, that it's not right, that something needs to change, but you don't know what to do. Maybe you have choices, but you don't really like any of them. Maybe you have choices, but you don't trust yourself to make the right ones. And like there can be a lot of situations here, right? Maybe you're just trying to avoid everything because you don't know the outcomes, and you're a kind of person that kind of wants to know what's going to happen next, right? So when this happens, the main thing to do is to set with your energy, set with your heart. Don't take the situation to 10 people, because you're going to get 10 responses from 10 people who are not living your life. So don't take this to 10 people asking them what they would do, because what they tell you might not be true because they're not in it. We often will give advice to people, but that might be the complete opposite of what we would actually do if we were in this situation. So just be wise and ask the universe, you know, what do I do about this situation? Show me the next step. And then whenever you get to the next step, thank you so much. Thank you so much, angels. Thank you so much, universe. Thank you for your support and your guidance. Please show me the next step. Right? And then just keep taking each step with the universe, allowing yourself to see clearly the situation, whether it's about you, whether it's about a job, a person, um, whatever it is. Allow yourself to see the present moment and then each step forward. That's that will help you to feel unblocked. That will help you to feel like you're aware of what the choices could be and how you could move in the direction that you need to, right? Also, ask yourself to be aware of the truth, right? There's a lot of like untruth in this situation. But at the same time, There's a lot of truth in this situation, right? The person knows that the roses are white. How do you know the roses are white? Because there's a lot of white roses, right? You're painting each one red to make them look like they're red. But everybody knows they're white. So it's not just you that knows the truth. Like other people know. So you might be in a situation where a lot of people know what's going on, but nobody's really truthfully saying what's going on because it's just one of those where everybody's waiting for somebody else to drop the ball kind of thing, you know? So, um, it might come back to you making the decision to just say, okay, you want to paint the roses red, you go ahead. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm done. Right? Or being the person that says, why are we doing this? Why are we not just happy with the white roses? Right? Are you saying, you know what? Not my monkey, not my circus. Have a great time and just walking away from this whole situation, right? Because it might, if it doesn't involve you, then pull your energy back out of it. Okay. Some people like drama and they just like participants. Okay. So just be mindful of the situation, your energy, and what you can do about it. And be careful who you tell because you don't want to go and tell somebody who tells somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. And then next thing you know, you're being made out to be this person that you're not, or there's a lot of drama going on, or whatever. Okay, so try to make sure that your group is small. Try to make sure you're going to the creator, the universe, the higher source, whoever you go to help you with your guidance. Okay, inner guidance is the best thing to use in this situation, to be honest with you. Your inner guidance is going to be the best thing to use. And the less people you involve, the better. Okay, that's the message I'm getting here. You're being told to wake up. It's your moment. Okay. So this message is coming in clear to you that this is the time to take action. Maybe before you just okay, and you were just going along doing whatever, but now you're to the point where no, you're done. Your energy's done. The universe knows you're done. Um, you don't see the choices yet, but as you turn to the universe, as you ask the universe for guidance, as you ask the universe for support, you're going to see these choices coming in. You're going to see more and more of alignment coming in. You're going to see doors opening that helps you to understand that it is time for you to move in the direction that you have been called to move in. Okay, so sometimes we are very supportive. We support others on their journey. We are happy for them and we encourage them to follow their dreams, do the things that they want to do. But at the same time, we might be sitting there wondering, well, when's this going to happen for me? This card is the card that says it is your time, but you have to step into it. Okay, it is your moment, but you have to claim it. Okay, you have to be the one that lets go of fear. You can't say, well, I'm afraid of this or I'm afraid of that. You have to be the one that says, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it and see where it goes. I'm going to try it and see how it turns out, right? You have to be the one that's willing to let go of the fear that you had before or along the way so that you can truly embrace what you're meant to do, what you're meant to be. Okay. And our closing card is you can't go back to yesterday. Yeah, there we go. Be in the present. Exactly. Okay, so things, the illusion isn't working. Okay. Um, the depression, the sadness, the frustration, the emptiness, the disconnection, I'm not happy with this situation is really coming in strong. The universe understands that finally you've got yourself to the point where you're ready for that transformation. You're ready for the aha. You're ready for the okay. You're ready for the I'm done. Okay, whatever it is, whatever situation you're in, the universe knows you're done. The universe knows you're ready. And you can't go back to yesterday. So let's move forward, right? That's your guidance. That's the universe coming in telling you you can't go back to yesterday. Unfortunately, you came to this reading and here's your wake up call. No, I'm kidding. so, um, no, the universe is saying that it doesn't want you to go back to yesterday, right? You can't go back to yesterday because if you do, you're always going to be constantly thinking about the present and what you could have, should have, needed to do. Okay. It's going to feel so fake if you try to go back that it's not going to work out anyways. It's going to feel so fake if you try to pretend that this isn't what you're meant to do, right? So you have the bird coming in here with the energy of the universe, right? Birds are spiritual beings that carry messages to the heavens, to the sky, to the higher realms, to the air, to the spirit, what they call the spirit, okay? The birds are often considered messengers, right? And we have used birds as messengers. Many years ago, people would send birds out, and if the bird came back, then they knew that land was not near. If they were on a ship or on a boat, but if they would send a bird out and the bird didn't come back, then they knew that the bird found land, and that they knew that they needed to go in that direction that the bird went because that was where they would find land. Like birds have always been messengers, guiders. I know like in the mines, people would use birds if they because they would know that if the bird became sick, they knew that they were going to become sick and they needed to get to shelter. They needed to get out of the up under the ground, right? So the bird is here to remind you that you are ready. You have the wings to fly. You have the sensitivity to understand your choices correctly. You have the path of being able to see higher, clearer. Like think of a bird up in the sky. It can see everything from a totally different view than what we see things, right? It can see for a long distance compared to what we can see. So you are being guided by the universe to spread your wings, to become who you're meant to become, to release that restriction that you are putting on yourself, to step into the true energy of what you know, and to expand and to allow the universe to work with you to move you into the next phase that you're meant to go into. Right? Let yesterday be in yesterday and move into today. Even if it's just one step at a time. You don't have to like give up everything at one time and make this drastic change, but just one step at a time, right? Acknowledging what you need to do next. Acknowledging what is fake. Acknowledging why you're doing it. Like just one step at a time can move you into the energy that the universe wants you to move into, to where you can expand into your true authentic self, to where you can release anything that doesn't feel like it's your true energy, to where you can see things in a much higher perspective and in a different view of how you're seeing things now that can help bring in more clarity, more um, awareness, more happiness, more truth, more alignment, right? So it's a rising up. Birds are a symbol of rising up, right? So you can raise your frequencies, you can raise your mindset, you can raise your heart energy by doing this transformation of moving from this energy, okay, and waking up into who you truly are. So let's pull some dice with this message, see what we get. Okay, so we had the eye. Oh, okay. And the light. Oh, okay. So this was on a tower. It almost went on the tower and then it went down. So this is like your tower moment coming through, okay? And you're opening up your eyes to truly see what you're meant to do. Okay, this is the beetle, which reminds me of Egyptian. It reminds me of the rebirth, the the sacredness of who you are, the sacredness of your awakening, the sacredness of stepping into your true divine being, power, who you are, right? The sacredness of uh, being being among the earth and the grounding that comes from the earth and being a part of the earth, right? So this reminds me of the rebirth, the second life coming in for you, like the transformation energy. Okay, you have a light inside of you that is meant to shine, not just for your life, but it's meant to show others how to shine in theirs. They might not have the same path as you, but if you put that brush down and you say, I'm not doing this anymore, who else is going to put that brush down? Who's going to see you do it and they're going to be like, I can do it too? Who's going to make the choices that they need to make to move in the right directions too? Right? So, what you do with your light empowers everything around you. Okay. And you're meant to shine, you're meant to rise, right? The flashlight puts light in the darkness. It's used to light to illuminate the darkness. The bird is used to rise above so that it can see, right? And it's meant to go up into the sky where there's light, right? So like both of these symbolize moving yourself into the trueness of who you are, into the present moment of what you're meant to do. Right? Rise up. And on the other side, we have an airplane, right? How cool is that? So, like the bird's in the air, the airplane's in the air, right? So this is all about moving into a higher state of seeing, a higher state of realization, a higher state of taking off the mask, taking off the blinders, and accepting the truth and moving in authenticity and truth, right? Okay, I hope this has helped you. And thank you so much for being here. Let me know in the comments what you think. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye.